Here we go. It's like the limousine cases. Boom. $20 of glory. Nice little team break action for the people. All right, there we go. Cover boy on the front. One SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Struggles McGee. Playoffs, but you know, it's a little tougher. A little tougher when they slow things down a little bit. Playoffs? Alright, let's get started. Use Missy on the silver. Jalen Green on the pink. Cracked ice. Along with CJ McCollum. Emerging of Bronny. Jaren Jackson Jr. O Triple J. Victor Wembanyama. And Nikola Jokic. All are our pinks there. Emergent of Cody Williams. And the green. Hakeem Olajuwon Silver Prism. Scary Terry. Markelle Fultz on the pink. D'Angelo Russell 28 out of 99. Nice little D'Lo. Russell Westbrook. Miles Turner. Former Laker and possible future Laker. Back to back right there. Dominance of Trae Young. You know about all that. He could play though. Silver Prism of Terrence Mann. Laurie Markkinen. Shadon Sharp. A couple of young, extremely underrated players. And instant impact. Zachary Rissache. It's pretty. It's pretty looking. J-Dub, formerly known as the good one. Irvin Magic Johnson on the silver. Very nice. Eric Gordon and Mike Conley, couple vets on the pinks. Instant impact of Rob Dillingham. Zubac on the silver prism, very underrated. Kevin Huerter and Herb Jones on the pinks. Dominance of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cam Whitmore, silver prism. OG Anunoby, Claytavius Thompson. Dominance of AD. Instant impact of Alex Sarr. There's Wardell and TJ McConnell on the pinks. Deep Space, Jason Tatum. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we'll refrain. Dylan Brooks, silver prism. Chris Middleton. Kyrie Swervin. Emergent of Risa Shea. And moving on. Box 3, Ken. There's the Paul. KG on the silver prism. Craig Pink, a Spider. He's gone fishing. And SGA. Emergent of Deron Holmes. He's hit there. Nice rookie hit for the Nuggets. Kelly Oubre on the silver prism. Ode Triple J. And Thug Life Zach Collins on the pink cracked ice. Got a nice little deep space of Risa Shea. Cody Williams on the silver. Bilal Coulibaly and Malik Monk. Global Reach, SGA. It's a nice little silver prism there. Jaylen Brown had himself a hell of a night tonight. Helped the C's stay alive. Paulo Banchero and Time Lord. Emerging of Stephen Castle. Kent Whitmore. Aaron Gordon. Like right as the Nuggets request comes through, Aaron Gordon pops up, shooting the ball like a madman right now. Jalen Brunson and Dominance Silver of Kyrie Swervin. Good, man. How about you? About to see a weird little cut coming up right about, where's J-Straw? Before we get there, it's J-Straw on the silver. Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday, couple Celtics there. Instant impact of Yves Missy, and here's our weird cut of Marcus Smart. That's strange. That is strange. It's cut extremely awkward here. It's Marcus Smart and Chet Holmgren. So, yeah. I don't know what we're doing with that one. Spider Mitchell, Franz Wagner, and RJ Barrett. Zanos on the dominance. This little green there. Thug Life Zach Collins, Jordan Poole, and Karl Anthony Towns. Jakob Portal on the pink. Mitchell Robinson. Global reach of Alex Sarr. Deron Holmes on the silver prism. Jaden Hardy and Nick Smith Jr. We got Zach Edey on the emergent, and Chuck and Anthony Black. This playoff's weird for anybody else, or does it seem like it's going exactly as it should go? Martin. There's LeBron and the disrespectful NFL shield in the back of his head. Isaiah Hartenstein still alive. Josh Hart still alive on their playoff runs. Just for clarification's sakes. Anthony Edwards, dominance of KG, instant impact of Cody Williams. That's false. Took him a minute to get going. Still got a long ways to go, but hopefully he gets there eventually. Jose Alvarado, Desmond Bain, or the Bainosaurus Flex, as we like to call him, Jared McCain. Get well soon. See if it gets a little crowded in that we take jump shots area of Philadelphia when Ace Bailey gets drafted over there. McCain will be back. Bailey, Ty Maxey. JoJo likes the mid-range game. Should be fun in Philly on paper. See if Podcast P gets to do the day job full time. The day job not being basketball this current time. Bryce McGowan's on the auto. Nice penmanship. Bryce McGowan's on the Portland Trail Blazers. Colin Sexton, Brandon Miller, Lou Dort, 58 out of 225 on the Lou Dort. Get your jump shot in order, sir. Andre Roberson out here. First auto of the break. Right on time. All right, Jayhawk, Jacoby Walter on the silver prism, Kuminga, and Reginald Jackson. Instant impact of Khalil Ware, AI. Nice little legends hit there for Philly. Silver prism of Aaron Gordon, Jaden Ivey. We're hoping to see him in the second round, but that didn't happen. And DeMar DeRozan. See what Ivy looks like next year for the Pistons. They should be much improved. PJ Washington and Draymond Green. Global reach of Alperen Sengun. Had a nice run there. Silver emergent of Tristan da Silva. Ty Maxey on the silver prism. Trace Jackson Davis. Darius Garland. Time Lord on the silver prism. Jalen Johnson. See what he looks like next year. It was tremendous this year before getting hurt. Nicholas Batum. There we go. Nice little silver sparkle of Magic Johnson. That's fire. We'll set that one there. Show that some love. That's it for the Lake Show. A little old school. Irvin Magic Johnson. Next box. Nothing serious yet. We got one auto, Bryce McGowan's. Magic that we just pulled was decent, but nothing crazy. Keegan Murray on the silver, Gary Payton, Devin Carter, global reach of Wemby, Tristan da Silva on the instant impact, T-Mac, grade A Dick, global reach of Zachary Reese-Shea on the green. It's not too bad. Ryan Dunn, silver prism. Malik Beasley and Gilbert Arenas on the pink. Dunn on the emergent. Anthony Davis on the silver prism. A couple of Alfie cards that were pretty nice. Donovan Klingon, Tyler Kolek. Bless you, by the way, sir. Devin Booker on the silver. Bless you again. KJ Simpson on the pink. Rob Dillingham on the pink. Instant Impact, Devin Carter. And a global reach of Kristaps Porzingis. See if this second half heat up. Ben Simmons. See if we get more off-season videos this year. Devin Vassell on the silver prism. Josh Giddey. Jared Allen. Global reach of Nikola Jokic. Joshua Giggity again on the silver. Daniel Gafford. The Beard, James Harden. Silver emerging of Jarrett McCain. Zach LaVine. Kyle Kuzma. Deep Space on the green. Anthony Edwards. Very nice. Ben Simmons on the silver. Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Anthony Davis on the pink. Instant Impact of Bronny. Tyus Jones. Dorian Finney-Smith. Stuck to Kobe, Mama's Boy Buffkin. Reed Shepard, Jacoby Walter, and the Minecraft Mayhem himself, Isaiah Collier. Yeah, they are pretty rough so far. All right, DiVincenzo, Oubre, Herb Jones, Podcast P on the silver, Bronny James, Cam Spencer on the pink. Got DK Net Splash, Zach Edey, Brandon Roy. Nice little throwback there. He was a hooper. Nick Vooch, John Collins, Dominance of the Joker. Got to see that at some point, I'm sure. Tristan Da Silva on the silver prism. Jeremy Grant, Trade Bait, White Chocolate, Jason Williams. Deep Space of Lebron. SGA, nice little cover boy on the silver. The Worm, Jalen Tyson, emerging to Jared McCain. Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Famer. Shout out to you. Antonio Reefs, Kaishan George on the emergent, Lil Boozy Vert, and Dominance of Demetrius John Morant. Alright, so hopefully that's just the first half. The second half gets way better. Flying Frenchman, Bilal Koulibaly. Tari Eason on the silver. Our guy Clint Capella. Lou Dort, Deep Space of Reed Shepard. Dominance of Jaylen Brown. Looked like it tonight, played well. Paolo Banchero on the silver prism. Big Bags. And Jason Tatum get well soon. Bub Carrington. Brad Bill on the silver prism. Buddy Hield and Julian Champagne. Instant Impact, Ron Holland on the remix. Deep Space Silver, Nikola Jokic. Mo Wagner. Trey Murphy, very underrated. Bucket getter in the league right now. Isaiah Collier on the silver. There he is, LeBron with the NFL shield carved into the back of his scalp. It's crazy. And Kevin Durant, couple struggling follicle challenges on those cards back to back. Nice. Kyle Anderson. Rudy Gobert. Jalen Brunson. Having an hell of a series. Yao Ming. Instant Impact of Tijan Saloon. Also, false narrative there. No instant impact to nothing. Tim Duncan. Cason Wallace. Emerging of Devin Carter. There's TJD. J-Dub on the silver. Penny. My guy. Stephon Castle. David Robinson. There you go. 4 out of 225. Couple back-to-back Spurs there. Mid-range Middleton on a silver. AJ Mitchell. Nicholas Dursich. Instant impact of Deron Holmes. We'll actually show those love. Emergent of Ron Holland. Zachary Reese-Shea on the silver prism. Nice hit there. AJ Johnson and Harrison Ingram on our pinks. Instant impact of Matas Buzelis. And away we go. I'll go back through and get these actually. Just no Rockets. Cool little Reed Shepherd in there. Got a Rocket in particular you're looking for? Reed? Okay. See if he gets some minutes next year. Rockets should have an interesting offseason. See what they decide to do. They got some flexibility, some moves they can make, some add-ons they need to make happen. Cam Thomas, speaking of Rockets on the silver prism. Cam needs some minutes. Dylan Jones, Sheed, Wallace, dominance of Spider. Had a nice run this year in the playoffs yet again. All for naught. Stephon Castle on the silver prism. It's a nice hit there for the Spurs. Vinsanity, Alper and Shingun on the pink. I hope he had a good run. Played some good ball against G-State. Tyler Hero. Ron Holland. Tijon Saloon. There you go. Emergent. Green. Reed Shepherd. We'll show that some love. Diati on the silver. AI and the Ferp Dog, Johnny Ferpy. Andre Drummond. 187 out of 225. Still killing people's pocketbooks apparently. Zach Levine. Reese-Shea and Ryan Dunn. Couple nice rookies on the pink there. Global reach of Wemby. I think his reach is beyond global. It's like damn near out into the outer space region. Arms way too long. Actually, we'll go ahead and hit up all these. Next box. Keldon, B-Pod, CJ McCollum, Jordan Poole on the pink. Instant impact of Alex Sarr. He figured it out. I won't call it instant, but he figured it out. Kyle Anderson on the silver. Shaden Sharp. Jalen Green. Emerging of Deron Holmes. Nicholas Topich. Deep space of Wardell. That makes sense. OG Anunoby on the silver. Big Mitchell Robinson. Big Kristaps Porzingis. Have a nice little war in this series. Scoot-Tavius Henderson on the silver prism. Drew Holiday. Followed by Jaden Hardy. Dominance of Tyrese Halliburton. Looking real good. Taking the team back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Rasheed Wallace on the silver. Karl Anthony Towns, Jakob Portal, A.J. Johnson on the instant impact green. We'll show that some love. A.J. Johnson. Bucks now on this card. But a member of the Washington Wizards actually traded for, or a part of the deal that sent Chris Middleton over to Washington as well. Yeah, Kyle Kuzma. That's what we did it for, Kyle Kuzma. Just let that sink in for a second. Kyle Kuzma. I wonder why Giannis wants out. That's what we're doing? Kuzma. Get me up out of here, man. Five or four number cards actually, so no, not too shabby. Has been rough though. I will give you that. Hopefully I can give you a number card as well. Khalil Ware on the silver. D-Wade, couple Miami Heat hits there. And Zach Reese-Shea on the pink. Emerging to Rob Dylan and Stephon Castle. Triple J on the silver. There we go. Nice boozy vert on the pink. Pistol Pete Maravich. Luka Doncic on the dominance. Look at that trio. Jalen Wells. Cam Christie. Stephon Castle. Get well soon, Mr. Wells. Joel Embiid, as they like to call him. Kyle Lowry. Tamani Kamara. Karis LeVert on the silver. Charles Barkley and Anthony Black. Global reach of Luka. Deep space, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, two Lukas. Hey now. Hey now. Dalton Connect on the silver. Steve Nash, G.G. Jackson. Matas on the instant impact. Mark Williams on the silver. Bub Carrington. Pau Gasol, big Spaniard. Reed Shepherd on the emergent. David Robinson on the silver prism. Kaishan George, Cam Johnson, Deep Space of Luka. Silver Aaron Gordon. Big Cap, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jamal Shed. Instant impact of Tajon Saloon. Instant impact of Nikola Topic. OKC fame. Reed Shepherd on the pink. There you go. Kyle Filipowski. This one's going to have numbers. That's the hope. Magic Johnson. Jacoby Walter on the pink. Emerging on Nikola Topic. Bo on the silver. Isaiah Collier. Hakeem Olajuwon on the pink. Stephon Castle. LeBron, KD. Wardell on the silver. Tyus Jones. Dylan Brooks on the pink. Dursich. TJ McConnell on the silver. Brandon Roy. Tristan Da Silva on the pinks. Dylan Jones on the silver. Eves Missy. Deron Holmes on the pink. Rob Dillingham. Had numbers. It was 50 cards, so that's your number. Four boxes left. It's been roof. Super roof. Wemby Green. See if we can get that for you. Keyshawn Johnson on the auto. Second auto of the night. Allen Iverson on the silver. Melvin Njinka. Crazy Eyes Bobby Portis on the pinks. Kyrie Irving on the silver. Jared McCain and Dirk Nowitzki. Kaishan George on the instant impact. Ray Allen. Dennis Schroeder on the pinks. Deep Space, Luka. Jeremy Shohan on the silver. Toppich. Cody Williams on the pink. Wardell dominance that he has had for a while now. Johnny Furpdog. There's Furpy on the silver prism. KG. Tristan Newton on your pinks. Emergent of Tajon Saloon. Very nice green emergent. Matas Buzelis on the green. Autos go crazy right now. Keyshawn Johnson. Bryce McGowans. Watch out now. Settled down on the fire. 3 boxes left. Nico Harrison, MG Auto. Let's see if Nico really bought that life and trades Cooper Flag. See if he really bought that life and trades the #1 pick. We gotta win now. Yeah, alright, fam. Yeah, alright. Nas Reed, Diate. DK Net Splash, little deep space green of Luka. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the timing. Look at the timing on that one. Time Lord on the silver. Jules Irvin. Derek Lively. Rui Hachimura. Trade bait. There's David Robinson. Oso Iguodaro. Paolo Banchero on the silver. Norman Powell. Malachi Branham. Every Spur but Wemby, apparently, is happening right now. Oso Iguodaro on the silver. Khalil Ware. Shaquille O'Neal. Saloon on the emergent. Moving on. Last 2 boxes. Then we'll do it very no cap recap. Looks like it's going to be a brief one, but it will still occur. Spicy P on silver. Grant Williams, Vasily Misic. Got a green coming up. Jalen Suggs on a silver. Marcus Sasser, Emmanuel Quickly. Deep Space, Black Jesus. Anthony Edwards. Second one of those we pulled. DeAndre Ayton. KCP. Global Reach of Alperen Sengun. CJ McCollum on the silver. Chet. Brolo. Ryan Dunn on the silver. Jay Crowder, Marcus Smart on the pink. Global Reach of KP. Alright. We got one last box for you fine folks here. One more of these. One more. Hang in there. Last one's going to be a doozy. Herb Jones on the silver. Gilbert Arenas. Kling Kong on the pink. Deep Space, Wemby. Base Deep Space. Stephen Nash on the silver. Grade A Dick. Malik Beasley. Jalen Doran with another numbered hit. 13 out of 225. That'll go to the Pistons. Jonas Valanciunas on the silver. Rob Dillingham. Tracy McGrady on the pinks. AJ Johnson emergent. Emergent Alex Sarr. That's a silver emergent. Kevin Huerter. John Collins. The Worm. Matas on the emergent. Bobby Clinton. Baylor Shireman. Jalen Tyson. KJ Simpson, the remix. AJ Johnson. Lawrence Joseph Bird. And Alex Sarr finish out lay break. That was it was pure brutality right there. All right, no cap recap. It's gonna be a quickin', and I don't mean Cleveland's basketball arena. Anywho, our non-numbered greens: Anthony Edwards on a deep space, Luka Doncic deep space, emergent of Matas Buzelis, dominance of Luka Doncic, instant impact of AJ Johnson, dominance of Zion Williamson, emergent of Deron Holmes, the remix, Giannis Antetokounmpo on the dominance, emergent of Cody Williams, global reach of Zachary Reese-Sachet, Anthony Edwards with a second deep space, Reed Shepard on the emergent, instant impact of Deron Holmes, and Ron Holland the second. Got a couple autos, Keyshawn Johnson and Bryce McGowan's. Magic Johnson on our silver speckle or silver shimmer. Our greens to 225, Jalen Duren, Andre Drummond, David Robinson, and Lou Dort. And our lowest numbered card of the break, the illustrious D'Angelo Russell, number 299. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for joining us. See you next time around. Have a good evening.